Hey guys, so before we do this video, I just want to announce that me and my friends are doing a giveaway. We're just giving away like 2 headsets and $200 in RP. And there will be a link in the description below to enter this giveaway. So good luck to all of you, and hey guys, what's going on? This is Pants Our Dragon, and today we'll be doing a little video on 13 tips to improve your jungle clears. Oh, I know, a very interesting topic. And the reason I'm doing this video is because some of you guys ask how I have healthy clears compared to their clears when I play my game, so I just want to show you guys some tips and tricks when doing jungle clears, and just improving efficiency. And so hopefully this video will improve on the small things that you don't really notice when playing the game, and maybe it'll help improve your game. So with all that being said, let's get started. Alrighty, so let's get right into it. Yeah. So first off, some of the jungle clips are a bit old, so do not look at the jungle item, just look at how I do the clears. Specifically, it's just going to be Wukong, but the first tip is going to be try to cancel a monster's auto attack with crowd control. So watch how I do this clear with Quinn. As you can see, right when the Gromp is about to auto attack, I use my E or Q to stop it from auto attacking. This means the monster just wasted his time winding up the animation to not auto attack, and you get some free space. This concept can also apply to things like Wukong's clone. So you can see right here, I E in and then auto attack and then press my W. And the reason I do this is because, as you can see, the golem was actually winding up to attack me, but then I cancel it and it actually winds up again for my clone. So it doesn't actually hit me for a good 2 to 3 seconds. There's also another tip in this clip that I want to show you guys, is that you should try and chain your crowd control. As you can see here, right after I use my clone, I actually smite the golem to get the golem buff. And as you can see, the golem has not actually hit me for a very long time, because I'm chaining my CC. Here's another clip where I show an example of me chaining my CC, but I also want to point out another tip in which you should use delayed skills before a jungle camp spawns. So things like Gragas's Q, Elise's W, Echo's W, and especially Nidalee's W are all things you should be using before the camp spawn. It's just so you can make the cooldown a little bit shorter so you can have it for the next camp or the next time you use it. Even if it is pointless, it doesn't hurt to do it. The next tip I want to point out is that we want to kite creeps in between autos. The reason we actually do this is because, well, we're not really doing anything in between autos, so if the camp is wasting time moving instead of auto attacking, then we're reducing damage, and that's why you always see me do it even on melee champions. And now for the next tip, basically when a camp is almost dead, you want to start dragging it away to where you want to go next, as you will save 2 or 3 seconds. And you gotta remember, in the wise words of goblins from World of Warcraft, time is money, friend. So yeah, time is pretty crucial. Alright, so for my next tip, I'm going to be showing you guys my personal preference, the second smite red route. I remember someone pointing this out to me, and I don't remember who it was, but props to that guy for showing me this or telling me about it, because I actually do this so many times in my games now. But basically, you smite the golems, then you do wraiths, and then you smite the red. You get 2 of the buffs, which make you healthier. And as we all know, we love health. Now for the next tip, you want to kite the creeps to attack summons. This was already demonstrated with Wukong, but I forgot to mention it because I'm an idiot. But this is a very basic tip. Most of you guys know this if you play a champion with summons. So yeah, it's just good to let them tank it because, you know, they can be respawnable. Now for the next tip, remember that tip where I told you guys to kite when you are in between auto attacks? You don't always have to. If you have skills, that's actually preferable to do, as you want to maximize the amount of damage you can do to the jungle camps. But basically, you always want to be doing something in between auto attacks, instead of just sitting there. Also, the next tip is you want to take out the small wraiths when you're doing the wraith camp, or raptors or chickens or whatever you want to call them. But the reason you take out the small wraiths is because 3 small wraiths have the exact same damage as 1 big wraith. So yeah, it's pretty efficient unless your goal is for clear times. For my next tip, when you're full health, take some damage before using your CC. This way you can sustain some health with like your machete, talisman, or some sustained skills. And you're not wasting what could be potential health gained. Because I mean, if you're full health, you're not really gaining any hit point, right? So that's why you see me in this clip smiting the golems a little bit late. And finally, for the last tip is just going to be some advice. If you're going to gank, keep track of your mana. Usually what I do is I want to have at least 150 mana before I gank, so I'll just keep track of my mana and make sure I'm not using too much abilities in the jungle before I gank. You see, as a jungler, you always want to be plotting your next move, so you kind of plan ahead and choose how you do the camps in the jungle. And that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In one of my other videos, I asked you guys what your go-to jungler is, and these are some of my favorite comments. For this video, I want you guys to comment below on your tip for doing the jungle or clearing the jungle. Any comment works, like any comment that you think will help people, just leave it in the comment section below. For my tip for clearing the jungle, specifically with Elise, if you actually go into spider form and go behind the red buff and then make it turn onto your spiders, it'll actually take 2 hits instead of 1, because the little minions aren't attacking them, so it can tank 2 hits instead of 1. So you also have to be level 2 or more, otherwise it'll just get one shot by the red, or even blue buff. But yeah, that is my tip for you guys, and if you guys did like this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more future videos like this, make sure that you subscribe. And yeah, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.